So the first thing we gotta do, we gotta relieve the pressure on the system. Normally you'd want to leave this cap on, because if you press the brakes too quickly or too hard, brake fluid will splash out of here. But I'm taking the lid off so we can see what's going on. Then you get in the car with the key off. Slowly press the brake pedal at least 10 times. And you'll see this fluid level come up. That's relieving all the pressure that's inside the system, and it's all coming back to the reservoir. It's always a good idea to relieve the pressure on the system before you remove one of these for any reason. Whether you want to store it or you just want to replace it, it's a lot better if it's stored or taken out with all the pressure released. So now I'm going to release the pressure by pressing the brake pedal at least 10 times, and you'll see the fluid level rise as it's coming back out of the accumulator in the system. As you can see, the reservoir filled up. Pressure has been relieved from the system. Like I said, you don't have to remove the cap. I just did this for purposes of taking the video. Next thing I want to do is remove your electrical connections. Just pull this tab and then pull up on the connector. You don't want to pull with the wires. Same thing on the one with the goes to the motor. Remove that, pull it out of the way. Just for reference, that's one of the connectors. It'll be in there like that. Just pull up on that and pull on the body and it comes right out. Oh, just for reference. I may be videotaping some testing of these motors. The wire closest to the driver's side is A, then it goes B, C, D is to the left as we're looking at it this way. Electrical connections are unplugged. Got 2 brake lines here. I use a 9/16 line wrench. I always like to put towel underneath because these lines will leak. You don't want it leaking onto your motor, regardless if you're keeping the thing or not. Because the motors are not completely sealed, and brake fluid can get in there. As you can see, it's dripping. If you have plugs, it's a good idea to put them in. Keep any more oil from leaking out. The fluid, whatever you want to call it. For the 2 nuts that hold it to the firewall, I use a 17 millimeter. Oh, I'm sorry, 15 millimeter 6-point. You can use a 5/8. It's a little looser, but if you do use a 5/8, I would advise a 6-point because 12-point may slip on you. I usually try to do the hard to see one first, the one closest to the driver's side. And a good idea is to take your socket, get your little piece of paper, shove it in there a little bit. And what that does is once it gets around the nut, it's more likely to stay on the nut. Otherwise, your nut could fall and you might have a hard time finding it. I use 2 6-inch extensions in order to reach it. I go under the brake lines I just disconnected and underneath the accumulator. Once you feel it latched on there, get the ratchet and loosen it. speed things up, I use a cordless ratchet. It's a good idea to have a magnet nearby just in case you lose a nut. This is where you want to be careful. Pull it straight out. There's our nut. And the paper actually fell off. So I got lucky. I also like to remove the dipstick. That reduces your chances of bumping it when you take the unit out. Okay, it's pretty much ready to come out. This here is the speedometer cable. It may be between your reservoir and your pressure switch. If it is, you want to pull it over as you're pulling the unit out. Now you can take this out without having to get inside and disconnect anything from your brake pedal. All you do is give it a quick yank. This one should come out easy. It's been in and out a couple times, but just give it a quick yank. And I'll show you what's going on with that. Still attached to the pedal is one of these. That's where it attaches to the pedal, and this is what I just pulled the unit out of. It has a split plastic ring around it, and that's what holds it in there. It's split right there, and when you yank on it, you're just popping it out of a little socket inside the master cylinder. That's how you take one out.